Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. Roman Reigns is arguably one of the most popular stars in WWE history. A former champion recently broke character to shower the OTC with praise. The former member of The Shield has been part of some of the Stamford-based company's most memorable moments in the last decade. The captivating character of the Tribal Chief, coupled with the compelling storyline of the Bloodline, helped Roman become a crowd favorite despite being a heel. Former WWE United States champion Logan Paul recently hailed Reigns for his charismatic presence. On the latest edition of his IAPALSIV podcast, the Maverick opined that Roman Reigns has more aura than any other guest that has been on his podcast. He noted that everyone can feel the OTC's presence whenever he enters a room. Paul further stated that something in the atmosphere changes every time Roman shows up at a WWE event. Roman Reigns has been absent from WWE programming since the row after WrestleMania. Roman Reigns suffered a massive setback at WrestleMania 41 as Paul Heyman betrayed him and CM Punk to align himself with Seth Rollins. The Wiseman helped the Visionary win the triple threat match on the grandest stage of them all. On the Raw after the Showcase of the Immortals, former WWE Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker joined forces with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. The newly formed faction took out the best in the world and the OTC. Reigns has been away from action ever since. Real-life Bloodline member Ricochet claimed that Reigns was plotting something during his time away from the squared circle. It remains to be seen when the OTC will return to WWE programming. Ankit Verma is a WWE news writer with over 4 years of experience in the writing field. He graduated with a master's degree in physical sciences, but his love and passion for writing and pro wrestling led him to create content about it. He writes his articles putting himself in the reader's shoes, making sure it's as simply written, informative, and straight to the point as possible while being devoid of opinion. Ankit strives to present accurate information by ensuring the source is credible and cross-checking all facts and figures. Ankit would have liked to have managed Kane during the Attitude Era, helping to take the big red monster to greater heights than his brother/rival, The Undertaker. His favorite pro wrestler of all time is AJ Styles. Former WWE champion breaks character to praise Roman Reigns. In an era where kayfabe, the art of keeping wrestling storylines real, is more blurred than ever, it still comes as a surprise when a WWE superstar steps out of their on-screen persona to offer genuine praise to a fellow competitor. This week, the WWE Universe was treated to a rare and heartfelt moment when a former WWE champion broke character to publicly acknowledge the immense impact and legacy of the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. A moment of respect beyond the ring. During a recent interview on a wrestling podcast, former WWE champion Seth Rollins, known for his sharp tongue and in-ring arrogance, dropped his usual bravado to deliver an emotional and sincere tribute to his longtime rival and former Shield brother, Roman Reigns. Though they spent years embroiled in some of WWE's most heated rivalries, Rollins took a moment to shed light on the man behind the myth. You can say what you want about Roman Reigns, the character, the dominance, the way he's held the championship hostage. But behind all of that is a guy who has completely reshaped the business, Rollins said. Roman's run at the top isn't just about longevity. It's about how he carries the company, how he leads the locker room, and how he's elevated everyone around him. Rollins' praise comes after Reigns surpassed 1,300 days as WWE Universal Champion, a historic feat in the modern wrestling landscape. As someone who once carried the torch himself, Rollins acknowledged the pressure that comes with being the face of WWE, especially during turbulent times like the COVID-19 pandemic and the post-Vince McMahon era. The Bloodline era and Reigns' transformation. Since returning at SummerSlam 2020 and adopting the Tribal Chief persona, Roman Reigns has reinvented himself into arguably the most compelling figure in WWE. His faction, the Bloodline, became a cultural cornerstone in wrestling storytelling, leading to main events that often feel like blockbuster cinematic events rather than standard matches. Former rivals and allies alike have taken notice. While Rollins' comments were perhaps the most deeply personal, others have chimed in over the years to validate Roman's influence. Legends such as John Cena, The Undertaker, and Triple H have all referred to Reigns as the standard-bearer for this generation. In the same interview, Rollins added, "Roman's growth, especially after everything he's been through personally, his battle with leukemia, his evolution from being booed out of arenas to being the most respected guy in the industry, it's nothing short of remarkable. You don't see that kind of transformation often. He earned every bit of this. Why breaking character matters. In professional wrestling, maintaining character is a key part of selling storylines and rivalries. However, breaking character, especially in such a public and emotional way, carries weight. It suggests that the subject of the praise has made such an impact that it transcends the scripted rivalries and blurred lines of fiction." Rollins' comments were not only genuine but also a reminder that wrestling is as much about respect behind the curtain as it is about conflict in the ring. Coming from someone who once cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania 31 to steal the WWE Championship from both Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, the praise lands with added significance. It's also a sign that within the locker room, Reigns is more than just a main eventer. He's a leader. The locker room leader. For years, the term locker room leader has been synonymous with names like The Undertaker, John Cena, and even Triple H. But in the modern era, there's little doubt that Roman Reigns has inherited that role. Several reports from inside WWE note that Roman often speaks up for talent, sets high standards for professionalism, and commands respect without demanding it. Younger talent reportedly see him as a mentor figure, while veterans see him as a worthy successor to the greats who came before him. Rollins echoed this in the interview. "Roman leads by example. You won't find him cutting corners or disrespecting the craft. If you're on the same card as Roman, you know you need to bring your A game. That's the kind of influence he has. From booed to beloved." Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of Roman Reigns' journey is how he turned overwhelming criticism into universal acclaim. There was a time between 2015 and 2019 when Roman was force-fed to the audience as the top babyface, often to the crowd's vocal disapproval. Despite being positioned as a hero, fans rejected him due to perceived overexposure and a lack of character depth. All of that changed with the birth of the Tribal Chief. The heel turn that fans had begged for arrived in full force, and with Paul Heyman at his side and the bloodline at his back, Reigns finally clicked. No longer constrained by scripted promos or shallow storylines, Reigns delivered intense, grounded performances week after week. And Rollins wasn't shy to acknowledge the turning point. "He finally got to be himself out there," Rollins said. "He's not trying to be the next Cena or the next Rock. He's Roman Reigns. And in doing that, he became the biggest star we've seen in years. A legacy sealed." As Roman Reigns' historic title reign continues, debates rage on about when and who will dethrone him. But while the WWE Universe anticipates his eventual fall, the admiration for his contributions continues to grow. Seth Rollins breaking character to acknowledge Reigns' influence adds another layer to Roman's legacy. It shows that beyond the scripted battles and rivalries, there's a profound respect for what he's accomplished, not just as a performer, but as a man. It also signals a shift in the way today's stars view each other, not as mere rivals in a storyline, but as craftsmen of a shared art, each helping to build an era worthy of remembrance. As Rollins closed the interview, he summed it up best. When all is said and done, Roman Reigns will go down as one of the greatest to ever step foot in a WWE ring. And if that means breaking character to say it out loud, then so be it. He's earned that.